And good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining me. And the first thing is, let me know if my sound is okay. Because almost all of the live streams I've been doing recently, my sound is distorted right at the start, which I can't hear. So yeah, please let me know if that's okay. If it's not, I can reboot. I can reboot the device and see how we get on. So yeah, welcome to the second of this weekend's playthroughs of Vindication. Yesterday's playthrough, I don't know what happened with the video, but it is currently not on the channel. Something went wrong with it technically in the background. The live stream went out and we've had like 250 views, but now the video doesn't appear to be anything more than a 3-second clip. So yeah, I don't know what's happening with that. Audio is fine, thank you very much. So this is going to be the only live playthrough this weekend which we've got any evidence of. We did a 4-player one yesterday, but today we're going to be doing a 3-player game. And this is going to be slightly different from yesterday for a few reasons. The first one is yesterday was very much a refresher on the game for me. I went into the game not remembering the rules of the game. Today, I know the rules of the game, so what's going to be, this video is actually going to be a tutorial and a playthrough. I am going to be delivering a full teach of the game at the start of this session, and then we're going to be playing through it. So in order to, if you're watching this video to learn how to play the game, this is the one to watch. It's going to be a 3-player game, so it's going to play out slightly differently and a bit shorter, and we're using some different modules. Yesterday we used the Treachery module accidentally, and the Menagerie module. Today we've decided that we're going to be using the Jewel Crafters and the, what was the other one? The Well of Wishes. Yeah, I think that's the 2 modules we're using today. There's lots of different modules with the game. I want to play through as many of them as possible because the reason I'm doing these playthroughs is, this game was voted on by my Patreon supporters as the game that I would review this month. So I want to play it a whole bunch, try all of the different modules, try all of the different modes of play in order for me able to do the review. So Adam's here in the chat. Hi Adam, thank you very much. Andrew's saying the sound is on. That's good. We're all ready to start. So the next thing to do is to say good morning or good afternoon to Emma.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. It's a nice day today because I did the one stream this morning and then I went downstairs and had breakfast and did a bit of painting. It isn't back-to-back streamed like I normally do at these weekends. So it's going to be okay. Yeah, doing all right. Now, what made you want to play this game?
I don't know. It looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a little bit of this stream that you did yesterday before it disappeared. Yeah. And it does look quite fun. It looks quite thematic and interesting. So I thought, give it a go and see what it's all about. Yeah.
Give it a go. Yep, cool. And John's joining us as well this afternoon. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon.
Now, did you just tell me 5 minutes ago you've just bought this game?
I have just bought this game, yeah.
Well, let's hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I've watched enough, and I think I'm going to. As I say, I haven't played it, and I only switched through the rules briefly, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Right, so off we go. This is Vindication. This is a 2 to 5 player game, although there is a solo mode with the expansion that I don't have. And the player with the most honour at the end of the game will win. The honour track is around the outside of the board. Because we're all awesome, we start with 15 honour. And we're going to be gaining honour during the game. And then there is some end game scoring as well. The end of the game is actually triggered in an interesting way. There are, within the game, a series of these end game trigger tiles. And we're going to start the game with 2 of them. And they determine how the game will end. But every time somebody's honour marker passes one of these coins, we reveal another end game trigger. So what tends to happen is, as more end game triggers get revealed, somebody goes, oh, wait a minute, we're almost at that one. And eventually the game will come to a close. Honour is the symbol for honour. You can see here on the victory point track. It's kind of like a glowy, diamondy type thing. And you will get honour for doing a whole bunch of stuff during the game, going into the gaping maw and fighting monsters, getting relics, getting companions. Yeah, there's lots of different ways of getting honour during the game. Now, before we go any more into the rules, let's complete the setup. And where did I get to in the setup? I think it is now the journey cards. Yes. So each of us has a player board in our chosen colour, and we have these cubes, and these are divided into 3 spheres. We have potential, which you can't do anything with, it's useless, which is why it's called potential. You have influence, which you can spend to do stuff, and you have conviction, which you can also spend to do stuff, and conviction is really powerful, but it's hard to get. So influence is the main area where you're going to be spending and retrieving stuff to. And during the game, you're going to be moving cubes from your potential into your influence and from your influence into your conviction. We each have a character card, and we all start out as the Wretched. We are guilt-ridden scumbags. We've been thrown overboard on a ship, and we're trying to vindicate ourselves on this island. At some point during the game, we have the option of flipping our tile over. That gets 5 honour just for flipping it over, and improves your ability as well. And the other thing that we have this set of speed tiles. I'll just zoom in a bit so you can see these speed tiles. So you start off with this tile, which means you're walking around and you have a speed of 2. During the game, you get the options to increase it. You can get a horse, which means you're moving speed 3. You can get whatever that is, I don't know. And you can get a flying Pegasus at the end. Each one of these is also worth honour points as well. So increasing your movement rate also increases your honour. Right, so the next thing to do is the journey cards. Each player gets a random journey card at the start of the game. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on the board. And we're going to draw the journey card for me first. Where's the board? There is the board. Right, okay. So my journey card is this one. So, yes, thrown overboard for treachery, your body washes ashore. The number here tells me which of the starting positions I'm on. So I take my little piece, which is this one, because I'm purple. And we're going to start off on position 3. So that's there. A traveller revives you. I randomly draw a red companion card from the deck. So there are 3 types of companions. Let's just zoom out a bit. There are red companions, yellow companions, and blue companions. This is telling me to draw a red companion from the deck. So what I do, take a companion from the deck. This is mine. There are certain companions which have an icon in the top left. You cannot start with one of those. So if you draw one of those, you take a different one instead. So I have this companion. It's straight away, it's worth 2 honour. And it adds 1 to my movement. So that's the special ability of this character. It adds 1 to my movement as long as it is active. And you can only activate one of your companions each turn. And if I activate this one, it'll make me move faster. I'll come on to that later on as well. But straight away, I gain an additional 2 honour. So I'm currently winning. And that is my companion. That goes over here. Next up, something inside you awakens. It basically tells you to place 8 blocks in potential, 8 blocks in influence, 2 in conviction, 1 in strength, 1 in inspiration, 1 in knowledge. That's the same for everybody, but it is printed on this card as well. Right, so that's my journey done, or my journey started. Green, which was you, John, I think.
Okie dokie.
Yes. Right, your journey step is your body washes ashore on position 11. So you are here. And you start the game with a yellow companion. So the companion you start with is... So it can't be this one, because it's got the icon in the top left. So
right.
Let's put that to one side. So it's this one instead. This is Zoe, Barrier to Darkness, which immediately gets you 2 points. And the ability is that when you activate Zoe, if you are adjacent to a Holy Spire, you get 1 inspiration. Okay. We'll come on to that in more detail later on, but that is your starting companion. And finally, Emma, you start on space number 12 and you start with a red companion. So you've got Beast Mistress Varroa, which actually gets you 3 points, so you're winning right at the start of the game. And the ability is that when you activate her, once this turn, you may upgrade your mount 1 level at a discount of 1. So normally upgrading your mount will cost 3 strength. If you have activated Beast Mistress, then you may do it for 2 strength instead of 3. Okay, so that's yours. We'll pop that there. We're going to be getting more companions during the game, but that is the journey cards done. They simply determine where you start really and what type of companion you get. The companion we drew earlier on with the icon that John wasn't allowed to have, that now gets shuffled back into the deck. Right, next up, yeah, we need to flip over the top card of each of these stacks, and I will do that now, but I will explain them more once we've explained the main game, because otherwise these are not going to make any sense. But basically you start with the top card of each stack face up. Right, next part of setup is region tiles and secret quests. Yes, so we each start the game on a secret quest. These are the secret quests here. I'm going to zoom in, and what I'm going to do is I am going to ask Emma to close your eyes, and I'm going to close my eyes as well, and we will deal a card for John. So John, are you ready? This is your secret quest. Let me know if you can see it. Is that clear?
Right, assuming they've all got separate names, that's good enough.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, so that is your secret quest. If you can
Thank
close
you.
your eyes, I will draw Emma's secret quest.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I'm going to draw my secret quest. So if you two can keep your eyes closed, I'm going to show this on camera just so everybody knows what my secret quest is. Not that clear, but yeah. Okay, right. Everybody can open their eyes again now. So secret quest is something that at the end of the game, we're going to reveal it. And if you've managed to achieve either one or both of the conditions on the card, you will get those points. So yeah, both of them are available. I think they add up to 7 points usually. Just me have a look at this. Oh, okay. Okay, right. Okay, that's my secret quest. Next up, region tiles in the pouch. So we have a scumbag. This is the scumbag. This contains the 19 tiles, which will be used to populate the island here. And in the base game, you just use the base 19 tiles. We're using a couple of modules, so 4 tiles have been added, but for every tile you add, you have to take a tile out. And you do have a little bit of a choice on which tiles you take out. There are recommendations in the back of the rulebook. So just to let you know, we are playing with 4 additional tiles. So I've used the 4 tile basic option. So I've removed one of the inns, I think, and then I've removed 1 holy spire, 1 fort, and 1 library. Okay, so that's what's been removed. Let's just check that. Yeah, so these are the tiles that I removed, so that there's got to be 19 in the bag, which is 1 for every space on the board. There are other options. There are rules that you've got to follow. It tells you which ones you should not remove, because they're absolutely critical to the game. There's only 1 of them, but you have a couple of other options within the removal, which changes the game slightly. Right. Proficiency tiles. We've got 2 proficiency tiles of each colour because we are a 3-player game and there is 1 fewer than the number of players. Mastery tiles are off the board. Trigger tokens, 30, 45, 60 and 75. We've done that. End game trigger cards. Right, so we do need now to reveal the first 2 end game trigger cards. I'm going to give these a shuffle. And here we go. Right, the first end game trigger card is Balance. When one player has acquired a card of each of the 6 colours on the board, the next round becomes the final round. Okay? And the second one is Companions. When one player has acquired 6 or more companions, the next round becomes the final round. Now, the player whose piece started on the lowest numbered starting space is the start player, so that's me. We're going to be going clockwise from me. So what that means is then, Emma, you will always take the last turn in the game. So if, for example, I trigger one of these end game cards, then we finish that round, and then the next round is the last round. Whereas if you trigger one of them, we all basically get 1 more turn. So that's how the end game trigger cards work. Remember, more of those will be revealed as the game goes on. And I think that is it for the setup. So, yeah. Right, I'm now going to explain the base rules of the game, and then we'll cover the expansions, which actually I don't know myself. So, on your turn, and you have these great player aids in the game, which I've left in the box. Here we go. I'll just zoom in and I'll put this in the middle of the board for now, because these are really good player aids. This is what you do on your turn. You have 3 actions. Movement is mandatory. The other 2 are optional. But you can do these 3 actions, 1 each, and you do them in any order. So it's activate, move, and then it's either visit or rest. So for example, you could move, then you could activate, then you could rest, or you could visit, then you could activate, then you could move. Whichever you do, these are the 3 actions. You do each one of them once. The only one that's mandatory is move, but you do them in any order, okay? You also have 5 bonus actions, which are down here, and you can pretty much do these at any time on your turn. The restrictions are, I think you can only control the region once, you can only gain a proficiency once, Vindicate yourself is a once per game ability, so you can definitely only do that once. The other 2 you can do at any time. Okay, right, let's cover the actions first, and let's cover movement. So the move action is really simple. Your character starts off with the base movement value, which is 2, and you move on the triangles. So you can move, for example, I could move 1, 2. Now you must move, but you don't have to move your full movement distance. So I could, if I wanted to, just move 1. There is another thing at the start of the game which I haven't done yet, I just realised, is we need to deal out starting tiles. So I'm going to give the scumbag a shuffle, and I'm going to first of all put tiles. I'm going to put one there, which is the command post. Okay, and I'm going to put one here. This bag could do with being bigger, really. The academy. And then we put one here, here, and here, so that we all know what's next to us because we've just washed ashore. So we have the gaping maw here. We have the holy spire there. And we have the shrine here. Okay, so back to the movement action. Because my movement is 2, I could move 1 or 2 spaces. Let's say I decide to move 2 spaces. I would move to there, and then I could move to there. Then what you do at the end of your movement, you then you reveal new tiles based on everywhere that you've moved through. So in this case, I would reveal one here, and then I would reveal one here. The revealing of tiles only happens once, once there's still something to explore. Once everywhere is explored, you don't reveal any tiles. Other rules about movement is you cannot end your move on a triangle occupied by another player. You can, however, move through them. Right. Any questions about the movement action?
Nope.
Right, nice and simple. The next thing to mention is the visit or rest. So you either visit or rest. Visiting is visit a location that you are next to. So right now, I could visit either the academy or the command post. If I was here, I would be able to visit either that location, or that location. You can only visit once. And what you basically do is you use the ability of that location. Now, they're all explained in the rule book, but they're all really simple. The command post is spend 3 strength, and the strength is over here. We have 1 each at the moment, but you spend 3 strength to upgrade your mount. The academy, I don't actually know what that is. I don't think we used that yesterday. At least I didn't. Let me have a look. What does the academy do? Roll the attribute die and gain that attribute, and then if you did not already have that attribute. Right, okay, so when you visit the academy, you roll a die, and you will gain the attribute according to what the symbol rolled was. And then if you didn't have one of those already, you get to roll and get another dice. So basically gain random attributes. Now when we say gain an attribute, what that means is you move 1 cube from your influence into that attribute. Other locations we have on the board to start with, we have the Holy Spire. If you visit that, you get 2 inspiration, which is this stuff over here. The Gaping Maw, you must spend 2 courage. Now, courage is one of these. You don't start with any courage. We'll come on to how you get courage in a minute. But with the Gaping Maw, you spend 2 courage and you basically fight a monster. Now, when you fight a monster, you automatically win the fight. It's just somebody might die in the process. So that's where you can do that. And the shrine is useful for getting influence back from your companions, which won't make any sense until I've explained activation. But that's the visiting. Basically, you visit a location that is next to you. Your other option, instead of visiting, is to rest. And when you rest, you simply augment 1 cube. Now, what that means is you move 1 cube from either potential to influence or from influence to conviction. Right, the next thing to explain is activation. Let's zoom in on my character. So when you activate one of your characters. You can either activate you yourself, and the ability and what you get for doing that is either 1 inspiration, 1 knowledge, or 1 strength. So you would take a cube from your influence pool and put it into the appropriate area on the board. Or you could activate one of your companions. Now to do that, you take a cube from the influence and you put it on the companion. And you get the attribute that's shown in the top left. So for me, mine is 2 strength. John, yours is 2 inspiration. Emma, yours is 2 strength as well. So it's better than what you would get if you activate your own character. And when you activate a character, this ability that's printed at the bottom, so for me, add 1 to your movement, that only works on the turn that I activate the character. So if I don't activate that character, I don't get the extra 1 movement, okay? The downside of activating a companion is that the cube that you put on it is effectively gone. And, you know, it's being taken up. So you're losing cubes by constantly influencing your own companions. Which brings me back to the shrine. So the ability of the shrine says, spend 1 inspiration, and the colon means that you can actually do it multiple times to recover 2 cubes from your companions. That's the icon for companions. So the shrine is where you go and you talk to your companions and you say, look, you're my friend again, okay? And you basically recover the cubes. So that's activation. Any questions about activation?
No. So can you activate every round if you've got enough cubes to do it?
So you can only activate once on your turn, and you could activate the same companion each round each turn if you wanted to, but you can only do it once.
Yeah.
You're amazing. It's activate once, move once, and then either visit or rest once. Each of the 3 main actions you can only do once.
And some do have passive abilities.
Yes, none of these have at the moment, but some of the companions, you're right, do have the word passive or passive ability on there, which means they are permanently in effect. Okay, the bonus actions. And the first bonus action I'm going to explain is this one here, convert heroic attributes. So there are 6 attributes in the game. Strength, inspiration, and knowledge are the basic ones. The common ones. To get the heroic ones, you need to combine cubes. So for example, I have 1 strength, I have 1 inspiration. As a bonus action, I could combine the inspiration and the strength together, and I get a courage. This cube returns back to my influence pool, and that is how you get, or that's one way of getting the heroic attributes. The heroic attributes are more powerful. The courage, for example, allows you to go down the gaping maw. The vision allows you to buy relics, and the wisdom allows you to buy traits. But yeah, they are more powerful versions, which is why they're harder to get. So that's that. You can do that as many times as you want on your set. Recovering influence. You use this generally if you're stuck, but you can, if you want to, recover a block from the board or from a companion card. I think, yeah, in fact, it says from anywhere except your potential. So you can actually take back one of your cubes from anywhere in the game except for your potential and put it back into your influence sphere. It's kind of a bit of a waste, but you do that if you really need some and you've got some somewhere else that you don't need it. The downside is, excuse me, if you ever recover cubes from a companion using that particular ability or that action, the companion is lost. So you generally don't want to do that. Okay, next thing to talk about is controlling a region. Okay, so controlling a region, you can only do once per turn, and you must, to control a region, you must have visited it. So you can only control a region that you have visited. To control a region, you take a cube from your conviction area and you put it onto the tile itself. That has 3 bonuses for doing it. First of all, you get 2 points immediately for putting it on there. Also, if it is still there at the end of the game, you'll get another 2 points. And then finally, anytime another player visits this location, you get another 2 points. So controlling regions is really good because at least it's minimum 4 points, you know, 2 points straight away and 2 points at the end of the game. But other people can give you extra points when they visit it. Now you can, if MSA came over here, you can actually compete with me for control of the command post. Because it's already controlled, you would have to spend 2 cubes. So one of the cubes is used to kick me out, and then the other cube goes on there, and then you get the 2 points, and you'll get 2 points at the end of the game as well. So you can kick other people out from having control of a region and take control of it yourself. It does say in the rulebook that although you can only control a region that you have visited, you are allowed to control the region before you visit it. In other words, you can kick somebody else out from control of the region and then visit it yourself, and then they won't get the 2 points. Okay, the final thing to explain is gain of proficiency. Before I explain that, I'm actually going to explain the end of game scoring for these tiles, because these are the mastery tiles. These are going to get given out at the end of the game, and you can see that they're worth either 5 or 7 points. The common attributes are worth 5 points, and the heroic ones are worth 7. And these tiles are allocated at the end of the game. This one goes to the player with the most red cards. So at the start of the game, I have 1 red card. Emma has 1 red card. John, you've got 1 yellow card. It looks orange, but it's actually yellow, because the orange cards are the monsters. Okay. Now, as you gain more cards during the game, that will change. And as I say, whoever's got the most of a particular colour of card at the end of the game gets gets these tiles. Now, if it's tied, I don't actually know what happens, because we didn't have that yesterday. Tiebreakers. End game bonuses. Mastery tiles, page 21. Ah, it's here. The single player who has accumulated the most cards. If a tie, nobody gets it. Life is hard. Work harder. Yeah, so nobody gets it in case of a tie. So, let me go back to this final bonus action, which I hadn't explained yet, which was gaining a proficiency. So, there are 2 proficiency tiles for each attribute. And what you can do on your turn, once per turn, is you can spend... So if I had 3 strength, I could spend those 3 strength to take this proficiency tile. The strength is spent, I get the tile, I put it next to my player board, and what that does is it counts as 2 red cards. So you buy these mastery tiles, generally speaking, so I've now got 3 red cards, for example. They will influence your... they will help you get these at the end of the game. There is another use for them, which I didn't realise until yesterday, but if you're really desperate, you can give up this tile and it counts as 2 cubes of that colour. So it costs you 3 to buy it, but if you're really desperate, you can ditch it for 2 cubes. Counts as 2. You may discard it at any time. If you discard... Oh no, if you discard it, it's removed from the game. Okay, so... It doesn't go back, it's actually removed from the game. There you go. So that is all of the main actions, and that is the 5 bonus actions covered. Any questions so far? Yes.
Recovering influence. So if you do it for a shrine, you don't lose the companion, but if you use the recover influence bonus action, you lose the companion.
Exactly. And I think, going technical into the rules, when you use the shrine ability, it's return influence rather than recover.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so anything that says return influence, the companion stays with you. But if you recover influence, then it disappears.
Yep, makes sense.
Okay. Right, so that's the base rules covered. Let me now just go through the 6 different tiles that the 6 different cards that we have at the start of the game. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rotate them all this way, just for the purposes of the stream and the camera. Okay, so let's start with this one. So this is a red companion. You get companions, by the way, at the inn. The inn hasn't come out yet. I think there's 2 of them in the game. But when the inns come out, you can recruit these companions at the inn. So this one is worth 3 honour. When you activate it, it gets you 2 strength. And if you defeat monsters, it actually costs you 1 courage instead of 2. So that's what that one does. The next one up here, the monster. So the first monster that we might fight is worth 5 honour, and at the end of the game you're going to get 1 honour for every region you control. So the monsters, as well as giving immediate bonuses, there are also end game scoring cards. We have Dawn, the Lost Hope. Add an extra influence on Dawn. Proficiencies cost you 2 attributes instead of 3. Okay, so once you've activated Dawn, you can then put another cube on her, and it means that proficiencies cost you 2 instead of 3 to buy for that turn. Okay. Impunity, the trait, is a passive ability, so this is permanently in effect. Other players must pay double, rounded up, for abilities that affect any of your cards or blocks. Blocks means cubes. So that's quite nice. You get these traits, by the way, at the Ancient Tomb, which hasn't come out yet. The blue companion is Alina, Scribe of Moderate Worth. When you activate Alina, activate your character, and then you may convert 3 influence on Alina to 1 knowledge. So that's quite nice. you can actually remove the cubes from her and gain a knowledge for it. And when you activate her, although you only get 1 knowledge, you also get to activate your character. Just remember that there is one more bonus action I haven't mentioned. I'll come back to that in a second. Finally, we have this relic, the Arm Guards of the Beast Mistress. It's worth 4 honour. And the way that the relics work is whenever you take a relic, you put influence on it, and then you can use that influence on it. So in this case, you can move influence from this relic to your speed tile to gain 1 speed. You will get the relics at the... Oh, where is it? There is a location where you get the relics, and it's not come out yet. So, okay, so the one action I forgot to mention was Vindicating Yourself. So this is a once per game ability. You don't have to do it. But in order to vindicate yourself, you must have, is it 25 honour? Yeah, I think it's 25 honour. I think one of you might have just taken your headphones off because I'm hearing myself back. Oh, that's it. It's gone now. So yeah, 25 honour. And you must have reached your potential. In other words, you must have removed all of the cubes from your potential. So if you have that, if you've done that, and you've got at least 25 honour, you can vindicate yourself. When you vindicate yourself, you flip your tile over. It's worth 5 honour immediately. And from now on, every time you activate your character, you get 2 inspiration, 2 knowledge, or 2 strength, instead of the 1. I heard some silence. Oh.
It's my... it's my internet. It keeps cutting out.
Oh,
Is
right.
that better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay.
It sounded like you had this video playing in the background.
Well, I'm trying to. It wasn't working, so I was trying to switch it onto my other computer, but then that internet is not working either, so it's just keeping me straight.
Oh dear. Right. Are you back now, though?
Yeah, I am. I'm on my phone. So
was there anything you missed?
No, I don't think I missed anything.
Okay. Cool. Right.
I'm actually getting a better picture on the YouTube channel than I am on Skype.
Yes, you will. Yeah, the YouTube channel should be transmitting out at 1080p, whereas Skype, it's not as good.
Yeah, I was looking on. Well, but it's a bit slower, isn't it?
Yeah, there's an 8-second delay on YouTube.
Something
like that. So yeah. Right. What have I missed? I'm sure there's something that I've missed. No, there isn't. If I've missed anything, I will pick it up along the way. Now, let's look at the expansions or the modules, because we're playing with 2 little mini expansions today. Let's look at, first of all, the Jewel Crafters expansion. Okay, and I'm going to read this straight from the rulebook because I've not used this before myself. So we have added 3 tiles into the scumbag. None of them have come out yet, but they are in there. One of them is the Jewel Crafter, and there are 2 crystal mines in here. It is important to play with these tiles as a complete set. Yes. When you visit a crystal mine, you gain 1 crystal plus 1 crystal for each mine you control. And when you use them, return all crystals. When used, return all crystals to the supply on the board. So we need some crystals. Where are the crystals? They're here. They're here in an extra little game tray. So that's these. Okay, there we go. Right, so what do they do? Crystals. Crystals can be used as many times as you can afford at the Jewel Crafter. Okay, so you go to the crystal mines, you mine the crystals. You can use 1 crystal to pay off a companion and return 2 influence from that companion back to your influence sphere. Okay, similar to going to the shrine. You can use 3 crystals at the Jewel Crafter to gain 2 honor. Or you can turn in 3 attributes of the same type and 1 crystal at the Jewel Crafter to create an infused gemstone. Okay, so this is a new type of card, which are these. These are infused gemstones. They count as permanent attributes. For example, you could defeat a monster using 1 courage from the board and the orange infused crystal in place of the other courage. Right, okay, so basically, yes, each one of these, and there are 6 of them, gives you 4 honor when you take it. Let's just zoom in so you can see that. They're worth 4 honor when you take it, and yeah, they count as 1 permanent attribute of that type. Okay, so can you take any one of these? Oh yeah, turn in 3 attributes of the same type and the crystal to create an infused crystal, I guess, of the of the 3 attributes that you converted. Right, so that's what the Jewel Crafter expansion does. And we will find the crystal mines during the game. So these are the crystals. We need to keep these, well, I'll just pile them up around the board. And yeah, this is a module. It's listed in the rulebook as an expansion, but people told me yesterday to refer to it as a module because it's actually included in the game. Right, okay, and the other module that we're using today, which is chosen by Emma, is the Well of Wishes. So there is 1 Well of Wishes in the bag. And when setting up a game with the Well of Wishes, we need to turn all 15 wish tokens so that the wishing well side is up beside the main board. Then randomly flip over 3 and place them on the Well of Wishes, I guess when it gets revealed. When visiting the Well of Wishes, you may select one of the 3 available wish tokens and immediately gain the attributes or honor. Then randomize the selected tokens back into the pool of tokens and place a new wish token on here so that there are always 3 tokens. Okay, cool. So we need these tokens. Right, these are the wishing well tokens. Right, okay. So basically it's a wishing well. You can go there and get free stuff. Sounds good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might put them in a little bag if I have a little bag somewhere. But for now, these are just going to go over here and put them in a pile. There we go. Mix them up a bit. Okay, there you go. I think we're ready to start. Any final questions?
No, I think it'll just
Okay.
work out as we go along.
I haven't completely explained how fighting monsters works. I will do that later. Let me know when you want to fight a monster, and before you do, I'll explain how the monster combat works. Right then, so I'm going first because I started on the lowest numbered space. And the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to... Have I got my cubes right? No, I'm cheating. There you go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to activate my my companion. So when I activate my companion, I get 2 strength. There you go. And as long as this companion is activated, I shouldn't have that either. I add 1 to my movement. So I've actually got 3 movement for this turn. And I am going to go 1, 2, 3. And now what we do is we take tiles from the bag for all of the places that I have walked past along the way. So we need 1 for there, 1 for there, and 1 for there. And you have to do it in order. So you can't take a tile out of the bag and then choose where it goes. So I'm drawing a tile for this place here. Aha! I found a crystal mine. Let's just zoom in a bit there. So the first crystal mine has been found, except I've wandered away from it. The next one is the Well of Wishes. And then the next one is the monastery. Okay, so the crystal mine, we know how that works because we explained it not long ago. The Well of Wishes, I need to pick 3 of these at random. 1, 2, 3. So the Well of Wishes has the following things on them. Okay. The monastery is a tile that I haven't explained yet. So at the monastery, you may spend any number of knowledge. Remember, the colon means you can do this multiple times. And for each knowledge you spend, you can augment one of your power tokens. One of your blocks. So in other words, you can move it from potential to influence or from influence to conviction. Right, that's my movement done. Well, I'm tempted to use the Well of Wishes because it's a new tile. And that's cool. Let me just have a look at my secret quest, which I've accidentally shuffled back. Ah, there it is. That was the one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Yeah, I am going to use the Well of Wishes. So I am going to visit this location. I'm going to choose this tile here, which gets me 2 strength. So that goes on there. And then what happens with that tile? It gets shuffled back in. I think it was. Select one of the tiles, gain the attributes, randomize the selected token back into the pool and place a new one. There you go. Matt's saying he always thought of me as a well-wisher. Yes, that's totally me. Right, so that gets randomized and put back in. I'll give him a shuffle. And then I'm going to close my eyes and take this one. And it's 2 strength again. There you go. Right, so I have moved, I have activated, I have visited. That's the main 3 things. I am, however, going to do a bonus action, and I am going to spend these 3 strength, which go back here, to take this mastery tile. So for end game scoring, I am considered to have 3 red cards. And that's all I'm going to do. So that is my go done. It is over to you, John.
Okay. I'm going to actually activate my companion before I move.
Yep. So you activate your companion.
Because I'm standing next to a Holy Spire.
You get 2 inspiration.
Yep.
And because you're standing next to a Holy Spire, you get an extra inspiration.
Yep.
Okay.
I shall then move southeast, just the 1.
Yeah. Which means we need a new tile here.
Yep.
Okay, and you have drawn the fort. Visit the fort, get 2 strength.
Yeah, why not?
You going to do that?
Yes, I shall visit the fort.
Oh, sorry, there was something else that I wanted to do on my turn, if you'll let me do it.
Okay.
So you're visiting the fort, you get 2 strength. I'll do it at the end of your turn. Anything else you want to do?
That's it, I think.
Okay.
Let's take control of the fort as well.
Which is the thing that I wanted to do and I completely forgot, so yes.
Yeah.
So you control the fort. So yeah, on my turn I was going to control the Well of Wishes. So we both get an extra 2 points. There you go. Right. All done?
Yep.
Okay. Emma, you're up.
Okay. I don't really know what to say. Can you give me a hint on what I should do first?
Well, I don't know what your secret quest is, but I would definitely move and go a little bit exploring. I mean, the main thing that I found to do at the start is you want to be visiting these locations to get these attributes, because these attributes will allow you to buy companions when the inns come out, or convert to the heroic attributes. For example, if you want to go to the Gaping Maw to fight monsters, you need 2 courage. To get 2 courage, you need to have cubes in strength and inspiration to combine them into courage.
Okay.
I mean, I would probably move first.
Yeah.
And then see how you get on.
Okay. I will move.
Mm-hmm. So your first movement would be here.
Yeah, and then
I would probably not go. Oh no, you could, because then you've got 2.
Yeah, I think
I was just thinking the shrine is not much use for you at the moment, but
yeah, I think I will do
you
that, and then that will unlock those 2, won't it?
Yep. Let's have a look at what we've got. Plus, I like exploring, so.
Yeah.
So first one is the Jewel Crafter. So that's absolutely useless until you've got some crystals. But there is a crystal mine just next door. And the second tile is a monastery. So the monastery for you right now is not that great because you only have 1 knowledge. Yeah, they're not great tiles to be at. Now, remember, you don't have to visit. If you look back at the player aid, yeah, instead of visiting, you could rest.
Yeah.
Which is just you augment 1 block.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay, what would you like to do? 1 from potential into influence, or 1 from influence to conviction?
I think I'll do potential to influence.
Yeah, okay. So you've moved, you've rested, you haven't activated yet, and your 2 options are you can activate your companion, which would get you 2 strength, or you could activate your own character, which would get you 1 of any of the common attributes.
I think I will activate my companion, please.
Mm-hmm. So that goes on there, and you get 2 strength. Okay. Anything else that you want to do on your turn, which you can't control because you didn't visit? You could gain a proficiency. If you wanted to spend your 3 blue cubes, you could gain this proficiency. Other than that, yeah, there's probably not much else for you to do at the start.
Yeah, can I spend my 3 strength to get that proficiency?
You can, right. So that's them gone. So we now both have 3 red cards for the end game scoring.
Ace.
Right. If you're all done, back to me.
Yeah, I'm done.
Back to me. Right. Okay. So, Let's just have a look again at my secret quest, because I keep forgetting what it is. Yep. Okay, I think I'm going to... Yeah, I am going to activate Journo the Breathless again to get another 2 strength. That means I've got +1 movement, so I've got 3 movement, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, which means I get to explore here, here, and here. Okay. So the first thing we've found is the Ancient Tomb. So this is where you go to the Ancient Tomb, you spend 2 wisdom, and you get a trait. I remember the one thing I was going to mention now. Then this location here is the Arcane Tower. This is where you get relics. So 2 vision gets you a relic. And finally, the other command post. So there are 2 command posts in this game. They're the places you go to increase your speed. Right, now, do I want to visit any of those locations? Well, I can't visit... Oh no, I could visit the command post. I can't visit the Ancient Tomb because I don't have 2 wisdom. I can't visit the Ancient Tower because I don't have 2 vision. So I think I am going to visit the command post. Yeah, so I'm going to visit the command post. I spend 3 of this strength. That goes back there. I upgrade my mount. So I now have a horse. That gets me 3 honor. 1, 2, 3. And I am going to control... do I want to? No, I don't think I do. No, I'm not going to control the command post, because you want to control regions that you think other people are probably going to use. And I think this is a bit too far away, so I'm not going to control that. Yeah, so I've moved, I've activated, I've visited, I'm not going to do anything else. Okay, so the one rule that I didn't mention was whenever you are drawing a card from any of the stacks, you actually have 2 choices. Well, you've got 3 choices. The first choice is you can actually just take the face-up one, which you know what it is. Your other option is that you can draw blind from the top of the deck. So if you don't want the one that's here, you could just take the one that's on the top of the deck, but you don't know what it is. And your third option is to do what's called an empowered draw. Now, with an empowered draw, you have to spend 1 conviction, but you get to draw the top 3 cards of the deck and any of the face-up cards, and then you choose out of those cards which one you want. So that's called an empowered draw, but it does cost conviction to use. Okay, I'm done. Over to you, John.
Yeah. Let's activate her again. First off.
So you... now, here's the thing. You've only got 1 block left.
I know. All will become clear.
Okay, so you activate her.
Yep.
You would now gain 2 inspiration.
Yep.
But you can't because you've only got 1. So
I know.
You just gain the 1.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to move 2, and I'm going to move northeast and north up towards the shrine, please.
Right, okay. So you go 1, 2.
And I'm going to visit the shrine.
Okay. So the shrine is spend 1 inspiration to retrieve, or what was it called?
Oh, bugger.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Actually, so before I visit,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy the proficiency. That's fine. Before I actually visit it, I'll buy the proficiency.
What I would do is I would buy the proficiency first.
Yeah, buy the proficiency first.
So
yes.
buy the proficiency first.
I meant to buy it last turn, as I've just said in chat.
Okay, so that goes there.
Yep.
And now you can activate her.
Now I activate her.
And now you get all of the stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so you've got 3 more inspiration. Now, remember, the shrine is any number of inspiration for 2 cubes back.
Okay.
You could go there now and just spend 1 inspiration to get those 2 cubes back, but you might want to do it later.
Yeah, okay, I misunderstood how that worked, though.
Okay.
So, let's move to... So let's go northeast and then southeast.
Okay. Which means we
See what we
need
get.
the tile for the centre. And the centre tile is... It's another crystal mine. This is nice. The jewel crafter's set up home in the right place, hasn't he?
Now, how does the crystal mine work?
Simply, you go there, you get 1 crystal,
Yep.
plus another crystal for each mine that you control.
So can I control it before I go in
I
there?
think so, because I did say you could do that earlier.
I think it does say if you're going to visit.
Mm-hmm.
So I could control it now and then visit it.
Yes. You want to do
And
that?
let's do that. Yep,
Okay,
that sounds like
so
a good plan.
You control that. You get 2 points for doing that.
Yep.
You then visit it, and you get
Yep.
2 crystals.
Yep.
1, 2. There you go.
Cool. That's it. I think. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else I can do because I can't do the
Move,
proficiency again, can I?
Visited, activated. Proficiency is just once per turn.
Yep,
So yeah,
that's
I
it.
mean, you could combine things if you wanted to, but
I've got a lot out, haven't I?
yeah, I mean that's an unlimited thing that you can do as many times as you want. So you don't need to do it now.
No, I'll leave it for the moment. Yeah.
Okay, right, Emma, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to say what I want to do, and then can you tell me if this will work?
Absolutely.
I want to go to the command post on the
Mhm.
right, and I want to activate my companion,
Yeah.
which will then reduce the cost, won't it, of using
It
the
will.
command post.
Means
So
it'll cost
can
you
I?
2 strength instead of 3.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'll get
Yeah.
2 from activating. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to do.
So you move 1, 2.
Yeah.
You activate Beast Mistress Varroa to get 2 strength. You then you then visit the command post, which costs 1 less because of Beast Mistress Varroa. You do that, and you get a horse as well, which is 3 honor. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
What are the other options again?
Control the region. If you wanted to control the command post, you could. Gain a proficiency. You don't have enough cubes for that. Vindicate yourself. You can't do that. And convert into heroic attributes.
Can I control that command post?
You can. Yeah. So that goes on there, and you get 2 points. There you go. Right.
Thanks.
My go. Well, there's lots of stuff going on here. Okay, so looks at his secret quest again. I kind of need that and that. I think I'm going to go exploring. So we're going to use Journo the Breathless again. It's getting a bit fed up of me using him. So my movement is now 4, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to explore all of the remaining tiles in the game. So let's take them out of the bag. And the first one is the inn. Okay, so this is where you get the companions. At the inn, you can spend either 2 inspiration, 2 knowledge, or 2 strength to get the appropriate coloured companion. And then the next one, which is going here, is an inn. There you go. So we have one very large inn. Here's the library, where you can go to get 2 knowledge. And here is the other shrine. Okay, so that's all of the locations gone. The scumbag is not needed anymore. Okay, so I've done my movement. I've done my activation. What do we want to do? I think... Yeah, now if that's there, and that's there, and that's there... Okay, I think I am going to visit the inn. Yeah, I'm going to visit this inn here, which I am also going to control. So I'm going to do that before I forget. So I can either take Dragon, long forgotten, or I could take the top one off the deck. And actually, I'm going to take this character here. So this gets me 3 honor immediately. 1, 2, 3. And it means that defeating monsters at the Gaping Maw is going to cost me 1 courage instead of 2. So there you go. I have that character. That does give me, Emma, 4 red cards, just in case you were competing with me for this this here mastery tile. And we reveal a new one. So the one that we've revealed is Janos, the Lost Aspiration. Yeah. That would have been better for me. Never mind. Right. Moved, visited, controlled, activated. I am now going to spend 1 inspiration and 1 strength to get a courage. There you go. Done. John.
Yeah, okay. Let's get another Inspire Proficiency. So I need some cubes back.
So you spend those cubes to buy the other yellow proficiency. So you have effectively got 5 yellow cards for the purposes of end game scoring. So pretty sure that's yours.
Yep. Not got enough to do anything in the crystal cutter yet, so I might as well move somewhere. You're a gear.
Me?
I was going to have that in, yeah.
Well, you can use it. I don't mind you coming to use it.
Yeah, but if I use it, don't you get 2 victory points?
Maybe, yeah. But, you know, what's points?
Prizes. Is it worth activating them again and then moving up and getting them back? It probably is, isn't it, this time? So if I use one, that gives me 3. How much do I get to return? Yeah, so let's do that. Let's move up to the shrine. Activate her.
So activate Zoe.
Yep.
To get
She's next to the Holy Spire as well.
3 inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. So activate her, I get too much because I've got nothing to spend in the shrine now, have I?
So you spend influence. Sorry, you spend inspiration at the shrine, and you do.
Oh, that's good then. So I've got loads. So
yes.
So I can go back in there and I can just spend enough to get everything back, can't I?
Yep, it's 1 for 2. So if you wanted to spend 2 inspiration, you would get all of those 3 cubes
and get everything back.
Yeah.
That seems like a sensible thing to do, and I can't control it because I need to do a rest for that. Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, you need conviction in order to control it.
Yeah, that's the next thing.
But that's you're all done?
Yep, all done, thank you.
Okay. Matty's saying, did I pay for that companion? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. You're right. I meant to. Thank you. Well spotted. Cheating again. Right. Emma.
I think I will go, I don't know my compass directions, southeast.
South north. Southeast is here.
Yeah, and then down one again.
South, yeah.
And then can I use the academy?
You can. So visiting the academy, what we do is we roll the dice and you get this attribute. Okay. That's good. It's wisdom. And because you didn't have any wisdom before that, you get another roll. And that's inspiration. There you go.
Thank you.
Nice. I'm remembering now why the academy is unfamiliar to me. It's because we didn't use it in the game yesterday. It was taken out. We took that out to put the menagerie in yesterday. Yeah. Okay. Right. Cheaty McCheaterson. Yes, that's me. Okay. So you've moved. You've visited. You haven't activated yet. So you could activate your companion, or you could just activate yourself, depending on what attributes you want.
If I activate myself, what's the difference between the two?
So you only get 1 instead of 2.
Yeah.
But it's 1 of anything, and you don't have to put a cube on yourself to activate yourself.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just going to activate myself then for strength, please.
Yep. There you go.
Thank you.
All done, or did you want to control the academy?
No, I don't want to control it.
Right. Okay, back to me. So I think, do I want to go defeating monsters? No. A bit nervous about defeating monsters because you might die. So instead, I think we're going to visit the library. So the first thing I'm going to do is visit the library. That gets me 2 knowledge. Now, do I want to move? Yeah, I think I do. So I'm going to activate Journo the Breathless again for another 2 strength, and I move, and I now have 4 movement. But since I've already visited, I'm not sure where I want to go. Let's go, because you have to move, even if you just move 1. So I'm going to go there. I think. No. No, I'm actually just going to go there. Yeah. Oh no, that's not very good, is it? Let's think about this. Where do I get inspiration from? The Holy Spire. Let's go up there. 1, 2, 3. Let's make it 4, because I can move 4. No, let's just keep it at 3. There you go, Mr. Indecision. Right, I'm done. I moved. I visited the library. I did the thing. I am actually going... No, I'm not going to do that yet. Yeah, no, that's me done. John.
Okay, let's move northeast to next to the monastery. Let's activate myself for knowledge.
Yeah, that gives you 2 knowledge.
Yep, and then let's visit the monastery and use those 2 knowledge to move 1 out of potential into influence and 1 out of influence into conviction.
Yeah.
And let's control the monastery while we're here as well.
You might. Gets you 2 points. Okay.
Don't think there's anything else, is there?
You've activated a character, haven't you?
Yeah, I've activated the character, so I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay, Emma.
Oh, that was fast. I think I would like to.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
Go on.
There was one more thing. Can I convert up some stuff for a courage point, please, as well? That was the other thing.
1 inspiration and 1 strength into a courage, or 2?
Yeah.
Just 1?
2.
Okay.
No. Let's leave it 1. Let's keep 1 in. Let's keep 1 in each for now. No, that's fine.
Okay. Right. Off you go, Emma.
Sorry.
That's okay. I would like to. Have I got the thing that I can move more spaces? Did I buy that thing?
Yep, you now have a horse, so your default movement is 3.
Okay. Can I please go south, east, south, and then that west one next
Southwest,
to me?
yeah.
Yeah. Can we do the things in any order, did you say?
Yep, so you've moved.
Okay, so can I spend my blue and yellow, whatever they're called, to get a green?
Yep, so knowledge and inspiration combined together give you a wisdom.
And then I can use that
You
green
can visit
face
the
one.
ancient tomb. Yep.
Yeah.
So you spend 2 wisdom, you visit the ancient tomb. Would you like to take impunity or a card from the top of the deck? Or would you like to do an empowered draw?
What does that card say? I can't read it from here.
So impunity is 6 points, which is pretty good. And also, if it has a passive ability, so other players must pay double for abilities that affect any of your cards or blocks. So if we have any cards that disrupt you in any way, it costs double.
Yeah, I think I'll take that, please.
Okay. Now I'm just going to check because I'm not sure with the treachery expansion if there are cards that do that. Yeah, maybe there is. I thought maybe that card was only added in if you were playing with the treachery expansion, but no, it's in the base game. So there must be stuff that other people can do. Yeah. Okay, right. So you get that. You immediately get 6 honor. Is it going to fit on screen? It just about fits on screen. We don't need your character really. 6 honor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close to triggering this. And we get a new card. So the new card that's come out is Persistence, which is worth 4 honor. And then whenever you gain honor from 2 or more sources on a single turn, you get 2 honor. So that's the new trait that's come out. Somebody in the chat had a saying, he's never seen anybody using an empowered draw. We saw it yesterday, but that's only because somebody had an ability that allowed them to do it for free. You're right. Spending that 1 conviction to do an empowered draw doesn't for me seem worth it. Right. What else would you like to do?
Can I activate my companion?
You can. So activate your companion, and you get 2 strength.
Yep. I think that's
You could control the ancient tomb if you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, I do want to control it.
Okay, so you control the ancient tomb. That gets you 2 points, which gets you this coin, which is actually a tiebreaker in some way. It didn't come in yesterday, but there you go. And we have now crossed this space, which means we get a third endgame trigger card. So let's have a look at what our third endgame trigger card is going to be.
I don't think that's my I'm not green.
You're not green, are you? Did I move the wrong one?
You
Yeah.
did.
I think I moved you 6 as well.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you were on the same. That's why I got confused. Okay, right. So endgame trigger.
I want me to be at the back.
I noticed John wasn't saying anything when I moved his marker up.
Oh, I was reading the rule book.
Right, the new endgame trigger is trigger tokens. When the last endgame trigger token is obtained by a player, the next round becomes the final round. So literally we are now on a hard timer of 75 points. As soon as somebody gets to 75 points, that triggers the end of the game. Okay. As well as 1 card of each colour and 6 or more companions. Yeah, okay. Are you all done, Emma?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, my go. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is... I am going to visit the Holy Spire. Well, oh no, I can't because I've not got that. Oh, I've messed this up. Okay, I'm going to combine a strength and a knowledge into a vision. Then I'm going to visit the Holy Spire, which gets me 2 inspiration. I'm then going to spend an inspiration and a strength to get a courage. And then I'm going to activate myself to get a knowledge. I think that's the order in which I'm doing things in. Yes. Okay, so all I've done so far is visited. I'm now going to move. And we're going to move to here. Oh, I think I've already activated as well. Did I activate? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think you did.
Did I activate myself?
Yeah.
I think I did. Okay, so I've activated, I've moved, I've visited, I've done some combining. That's it. John.
Okay. Oh, God. So let's move southeast and south.
Yep.
Let's activate her.
When you say her, you mean Zoe?
My companion, Zoe.
Zoe, Barrier of Darkness. Yes. Yep. So that gives you 2 inspiration.
It does. It gives me 3, I believe. Yep.
Yep.
So for the time being, let's visit the crystal cave, or whatever it is.
Yep.
To get some crystals.
That's going to get you 2 crystals.
It is going to get me 2 crystals, which gives me 4.
4 in total. Yep.
So, do I have to go to the jewel craft? Where do I hand in the crystals?
Yeah, jewel crafter.
So that's next turn. So I think that's.
Let me just remind ourselves what the jewel crafter does again, because I think there was 3 things you could do. You can use a crystal to pay off a companion. Oh, right. Crystals can be used as many times as you can afford at the jewel crafter. So crystals to pay off companions, crystals to gain honor, 3 crystals for 2 honor, or 3 attributes of the same type and a crystal to get the infused gemstone. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably can see what I'm doing now. So that's it, isn't it? I don't want to.
You've moved, you've visited, you've activated.
I've activated. Can I move anything around? I don't want to move those. Well, actually, I could get another courage, couldn't I?
You could.
Because I know what I'm doing next turn, so that kind of makes sense. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's combine to get a courage.
Yeah. Okay, Emma.
Can I please move down and then left to west? I don't know. I keep getting confused. Yeah. And then I would like to visit the inn.
Okay. Which inn would you like to visit? This rubbish one here that's very run down and isn't very friendly, or this lovely inn here which has got new carpets.
I think I could have run down one, please.
Oh.
I think it deserves some custom. And I would like to spend 2 strengths, please.
Okay, 2 strength. So, would you like Janos the Lost Aspiration, or a random one from the top of the deck?
Can you read that one to me, please?
Yep, it is. Well, let's zoom in. There we are. So, Janos the Lost Aspiration. If you have 2 or more proficiencies, activating Janos does not require influence. Now, these are the proficiency tiles here. So you currently have 1. If you had 2 or more of these, you can activate Janos without spending any influence. And when you do activate him, you get 1 inspiration and 1 knowledge.
And how do we get those proficiencies again? Are they almost all gone?
Well, by spending 3 cubes of the appropriate type. So all the strength ones have gone, all the inspiration ones have gone, all of the others are still left.
Oh. No, I'll just take one from the top of the pile.
Okay, so you have got... It is Nalin, Dangerously Debonair. So it's worth 3 honour, so you immediately gain 3. And the ability is that taking control of an occupied region requires only 1 conviction instead of 2, and gives you an extra 1 point. Wow.
So I can kick people out then, easily?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
That inn to the north of you looks nice, you know.
Stop it. Just have the carpets done.
What else have I got left to do?
You've moved. You've visited. I don't think you've activated this turn.
Oh yeah. I will activate myself.
Mm-hmm.
For what's the blue one?
Knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right. My go. So the first thing I'm going to do before I move is I'm going to visit the shrine. I am going to spend... Why don't I have 2 inspiration? I thought I had 2 inspiration. Oh, this hasn't worked at all.
Courage, didn't you?
This hasn't worked at all. What a mess. Oh dear. Yes. I have royally messed this up. Okay. Okay, and I don't really want that monster either. Right, okay, so we need a new plan. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have done that courage. I needed 2 inspiration in here. Yeah.
I'm surprised how much is going on this board. I didn't realise it would get this thinky.
Yeah. I don't really want to recover an influence. That's bad. That's very bad. Can I do this a different way? Yes, I probably can. Or maybe we do just go down the gaping maw and fight a monster. Yeah. No. Because I wanted conviction before doing that. Because if you have conviction, you can save your companions from dying if they get if they get stuck in a fight. I'm going to visit the academy. Yeah. This might work. So 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I've only got 3 movement. 4 if I activate that, which I can't. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure how I can get that. I mean, I could just visit the monastery now. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So I'm going to visit the monastery. So John gets 2 points. Because I can't quite get to the other monastery. Okay, I am going to spend my 3 knowledge to move 3 cubes. 2 cubes from potential to influence and then 1 into conviction. So I have visited. I haven't yet activated. So I will activate my own character to get an inspiration. And then we're going to move because we have to. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So I've moved, I've visited the monastery, I've activated, and I am done. John.
Okay. I think first thing to do will be to activate Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get...
So 1 goes on there, and you get 2 inspiration.
Yep. I can then visit the the jewel crafter.
Yep.
And I'm going to turn in 3 crystals to get 2 honor.
So 3 crystals.
So I should have 4, you said?
You have 4 crystals.
Indeed.
So 3 of them get turned in to get 2 honor. Yep.
And I'm going to turn in the other crystal with 3 inspiration to get the infused inspiration gemstone.
Yeah. Where have I put them? Here we go. Infused crystal. Yeah, so you have the inspiration infused crystal. Let's put it on the conviction spot. There you go. So once per turn, you can use that instead of 1 inspiration.
Okay, and do I get the honor now? Or
yeah.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Nice.
So that's a free permanent inspiration then.
It is a free permanent inspiration. Yeah.
How does that work if I use that to combine for a strength?
I guess you just take the strength cube.
Right, how do I get a cube back?
You don't.
I just get.
It's a virtual inspiration.
But I'm supposed to get one back into my influence, aren't I? Well, I suppose if I'm not, it is in the influence effectively anyway, isn't it? Okay, so that does make sense.
Oh, they can also be used to convert heroic attributes. So yes, you can. Now, what would be interesting is if you've got the infused gem for inspiration and the infused gem for strength,
you just get free courage.
You must have to place an influence into courage. Yeah.
That's one for BGG, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. The extra traits, it's combine anything to get any one of them, or are there specific ones? Like, for example, is the knowledge... Yes, it will be, won't it? It's wisdom. Yeah. Of course it is.
Those 2 is
I thought it was. I'm just getting my brain into place.
Well, it's also colours as well. So red and blue combined to purple.
Purple. Oh, God, you can't play this game if you're colourblind, can you?
No.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything else I can do then. I've got nothing in conviction at the moment. I've moved. Have I moved? I haven't moved yet.
You haven't moved and you have to. Yeah.
Yes, so move 1 southwest, please. Or do I want to move 2 southwest? Where am I going? The moor. I can't land on you, can I?
No.
So let's move 2 southwest. Yeah, south.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move south. Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, Emma.
What's my trait cards there? I've forgotten.
Your trait card has got the passive ability that if me or John do anything to try and mess you up, we have to pay double.
Oh, yeah. And is there any other way to get conviction without visiting the monastery?
Not at the moment.
Is that the only way?
I think it's really hard to get, but there might be special cards that give you conviction, but it's quite rare.
Okay. I will. I think I will go to the southwest and then northwest.
Yeah.
And what do I want to do? I'll go up 1 again actually. And I'll activate. Doesn't really matter which of my companions I activate, does it?
Depends which you're going to do.
Well.
So no, I don't think you're going to take control of the region's turn.
I don't think I'm going to do any of those things. No, I just wanted it for the strength. I'll just do the top one then, because he hasn't got any on him.
So that goes on there. 2 strength. It goes in there.
Yeah. And then I would like to visit the fort.
So John gets another 2 points, and you get another 2 strength.
Yeah.
Lots of strength.
Yeah. I think that's everything, isn't it?
You've moved, you've visited, you've activated. So yeah, that's everything you must do.
Yeah.
All done. Or anything else you wanted to do?
I'm just thinking, actually, can I use a strength and a knowledge to make a purple?
Get a vision? Yeah, you can.
Thanks.
Okay, right, my go. So I am going to visit the Gaping Maw first, which, as I mentioned at the start, I was going to explain how the combat rules work when somebody does it for the first time, and that is now. Since I know the rules, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So it cost me, well, first of all, I'm going to activate Dragon, Long Forgotten, because then defeating monsters actually cost me 1 courage instead of 2. So I'm just going to spend 1 courage, and I'm actually going to fight a random monster off the top of the deck. I don't want to fight this one, so we're going to fight this one. And let's zoom in. Okay, so I'm fighting Mornak, Lost in Shadow. So you always win the fight, and that gets me 5 honour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then I have to roll both of the dice. So I'm going to get a reward, which is on this dice, but then on this dice, a character might die, or might get fatigued, or I might be lucky. So let's give these a roll and see what happens. Okay, so I gain a vision, which is the good thing. The bad thing is somebody dies. Now, what I should have done, which I forgot to do before declaring this, is I should have declared which of my companions was actually going to be doing that fight. Let me just have a look. Monsters, here we go. So yes, you will always win. Honor is gained immediately. Identify your champion. So you should have said that the companion is the one in the party with the lowest number. So it's actually Dragon Long Forgotten, who is my champion. And then because I rolled the skull, it's death. Basically, the companion is lost, I will lose the points, etc., etc. But you can use 1 conviction to prevent this, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So I use a conviction, and a dragon doesn't die. And now I have this card, which means at the end of the game, I'm going to get 1 honour for every 2 influence in my influence sphere. Okay, so that is my card. And I got that, and I got that, and that was the visiting done. Now where do we want to go? We now want to move. So I'll go here and here. No, I think we'll go down here. Yeah, we'll go down here. And I haven't activated yet, so I am going to activate. And what am I going to activate? Oh no, I have activated. I activated Dragon. So I've activated, I've visited, I've moved. And that's it. That's my go over. John.
Yeah. Best laid plans and all that. So I can't get in the library now. Oh, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. So
the library's very busy.
Yes, so let's go.
I
go there. I will activate myself, I think, for knowledge anyway.
Yeah, and then visit the library.
And then visit the library.
So you've got 3 knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Emma.
I don't know what I will do.
Sorry, can I nick the proficiency card as well?
Spend 3 knowledge.
3 knowledge to get the thingy.
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay. Right, off you go, Emma.
I will. Haven't thought this through. I think I will go northeast. No, I forgot. Just there. Just the one space.
Just the one.
I thought I was purple. No, I thought not purple. Oh no, wait. I haven't thought this through. Okay, I'm just gonna go all the way round back to between the 2 inns.
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna use the inn to get another companion.
Another red one?
Yeah, I think that's the only one I can do, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, unless you
Yeah.
wanted to activate yourself for inspiration first, and then you could buy the yellow companion.
What's that yellow one say?
So the yellow companion that we have available at the moment is Dawn, the Lost Hope, which gets 1 strength and 1 knowledge when you activate her, and you add an extra influence on her to make proficiencies cost 2 instead of 3 for that turn.
Don't know. I think I will activate myself for the what yellow. I can never remember the names of them.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'll just take the top one instead of her.
Okay. So you're spending 2 inspiration.
Yeah.
And you get Drin, the Knight's Beacon. So Drin is worth 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has an ability that when Drin joins your party, you immediately get 1 wisdom. So it has a coming into play effect rather than an actual ability that does anything else. So there you go. Nice.
What does he get when I activate him? Does he get
inspiration?
Inspiration.
Yeah, 2 inspiration when you activate him.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Okay. Yeah, you've moved. You visited the inn.
Yep. And I've
activated yourself. So yeah, okay.
Yep, all done.
Right. So I think this is finally going to work. Unless, of course... Nope, it is. Right, so I'm going to visit the shrine first. I'm going to spend these 2 inspiration to return those 4 cubes from Journo. That's my visiting done. I am then going to... activate Journo to get 2 strength. And then I'm going to move. So I've got 4 movement. And where do we want to go? Where indeed do we want to go? I think... haven't got any knowledge. Haven't got any of that. I think I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And that is me done. John.
Okay. I'm going to be really boring. I'm going to activate myself for knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to visit the library.
To get 2 more.
Yeah, I'm going to have the tile.
Yeah.
And then I'll go north and northeast, please.
Okay, so you visited, you activated, you've moved, and you bought the knowledge proficiency.
Yep.
Those proficiencies are running out quick. Right, you're done?
Yep, I think I'm done.
Okay, Emma.
Okay, can I please go southeast, northeast?
Southeast, northeast, yep.
And I would like to visit the is that a command post? I can't see.
This, yes.
Yes, I want to visit the command post, please.
Okay.
First of all, yeah, I want to activate my companion to reduce that cost.
Yeah, so you've only got 2 influence here, so you're going to lose out on 1 by doing that, but might still be the best thing. So you activate Beast Mistress Varroa, which gets you a strength, and then you visit the command post and it only costs you 2 strength to upgrade.
Yep.
Now, the command post has a colon on it. That means you could actually use this multiple times if you wanted to. So the first one is going to cost you...
Are there?
There's 2 more levels.
Oh.
So you could completely upgrade all the way through to the Pegasus if you wanted.
And what does that give me?
Loads more points and 5 movement.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay, so your first one is cheaper because of Beast Mistress Varroa. But then your second one costs 3. So You first of all upgrade to this strange creature, which is 4 points, and then you upgrade to a Pegasus, which is 5 points. So you effectively gain 9 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get another coin. At the end of your turn, we will have another end game trigger card. Anything else you want to do?
I've activated, visited. No. No thanks.
Okay. So, let's have a look for our 4th end game trigger card. Which is Proficiencies. When 2 proficiencies more than the number of players have been acquired, the next round becomes the final round. Now, there are 3 players in the game.
So we've already done that, haven't we?
Well,
So
I was going to say.
5. It says 2 more than the number of players.
Yeah, but I've got one. Paul's got one. I think you've got.
You've got 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it? They're not of different type.
It just says when 2 proficiencies more than the number of players have been acquired.
There goes my strategy.
Now, that's not when 1 player has acquired them.
Yeah.
Let me just check the rulebook, because that seems really
We've
quick.
just triggered endgame.
That seems really odd. Maybe because we've been buying proficiencies, and maybe you shouldn't be buying proficiencies early. I don't know.
Not necessarily. It depends.
Well, exactly. I had a reason for buying mine.
As did I.
End game triggers. Proficiencies. For example, this means that in a 4-player game, 6 proficiencies have been acquired collectively. Yep, end of the game has been triggered. Quickest game ever. Now, I think Emma's in a strong position here.
That kind
Wowzers.
of thing to do. Bloody hell.
We have just triggered the end of the game.
When I did that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well. It's my go, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is my last turn.
Yeah. That's completely bugging me up.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Gosh. Okay, so this secret quest, forget that.
Yeah, same here. So much for long-term strategies.
Wow. Okay. Right, how to get as many points as I can at the end of the game. Now, I could do that. That might actually still work. But that's not going to work. Oh, no, it might. But it's 4 points versus 4. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, okay. Right, let's see if I can do this right. I am going to move 1, 2. That's my movement done. I am then going to visit the Arcane Tower and spend this 2 vision here to either take this relic or 1 off the top of the deck, and I'm just going to take 1 off the top of the deck, and it is the Scroll of the Highborn, 5 honour. When acquired, put 1 to 3 influence here. Oh, this is perfect. So I'm going to put yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put 2 influence there, and then I can return influence from there to augment 1 potential into influence. No, wait a minute. I'm just going to put 1 on there. Yeah, and then I'm going to return that to augment that into there. There's a reason for that. So I've visited, I've moved, I spent those 2 to buy a relic. I haven't yet done the other thing, activating. Oh, I can't quite do that.
What score's endgame? Wisdom book.
Is there anything else that I can get? I don't really think there is. I need an extra inspiration. Can I borrow an inspiration from somebody? Anybody got a spare one?
No, sorry, I don't have any.
Because if I got an extra one, I could get a courage and I could get that tile. Yeah. Okay, right. Well, I think... Oh, I've got to activate anyway, so I'll just activate... I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'll put that there. Okay. That's me done. John, your last turn of the game.
Okay. I have no idea what scores at the end of the game. You see, this is what I was just trying to work out.
So end of game scoring is these mastery tiles. So at the moment, you have 3 yellow cards, which is more than anybody else. So you're getting that one. You've also got 4 blue cards, effectively.
Yeah.
So you're getting that one. That's it. You don't have any red cards, you don't have any orange, you don't have any green, you don't have any purple. So you're getting those 2. And every region you control is also worth 2 points at the end of the game.
There's a couple of points for regions. Okay.
And that's it. So your current end game scoring is 16.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's hop. What was I going to do? I know what I was going to do, but I don't actually need to do anything to do that. So I need. Okay, first thing first, let's get another point into courage.
Okay, so you convert inspiration and strength into courage. Yep.
Yep. Well, actually, leave the point on strength because I've got a free inspiration.
Oh, you got a free...
Actually, no, but that won't work. No, it has to be the one on inspiration.
It's the other way around, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll convert... Could you put 1 in there for me?
I did. You got 2 courage now.
There was already 2 in there.
Was there?
Yep.
Okay.
That was why I did it, because then I'm going to spend it to get the tile.
Yeah. So you spend those 3 to get that.
So that's...
That steals that off me, effectively.
So I've got to move, haven't I?
Mm-hmm. That rule is there just so you can't stay in the same place constantly.
So move me 1 north, please. Let's rest to get 1 into conviction.
Yeah.
And then let's take control of the crystal jeweler guy.
So you can only do that if you visit that location.
Oh, so I can't rest and take control?
No, resting is not visiting.
Okay, what will get me some points then? So there's no point in doing that.
Nope, no point resting.
No point in resting.
Nothing really.
Nothing really, so that'll have to do.
Okay, so you might as well rest. There you go.
Because I couldn't think of anything else to do. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else to do.
So Emma, for the last turn of the game.
I did have a plan.
Yeah, so did I.
Could I please go left? I would like to activate. I don't care. So one of my companions that gives me one of the red ones.
Yeah. That gives you 2 strength.
And then I'd like to buy a red companion card.
Yep. Do you want the one that's worth 2 points or one that's worth more? I mean, some of them are worth more than 2, so...
Yeah, let's just go for one off the top of the day.
Yeah, you have found... Oh, it's worth 1, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, it's awesome, but it's only worth 1 point.
I think that's it, isn't it? I've activated,
you can't control, you've activated, you've moved.
Yeah.
You've visited. Right, okay, so end game scoring.
Yeah.
So let's do the points for the controlled regions. So John gets 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 2. 4. Thought so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Emma, you've got control of 2, so you get 4. Mastery tiles, we've already worked out that these 3 are John, so John gets 17 points. So 1 to 40 and then up to 56. Emma, I believe you've got the red one.
Yeah.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red cards, so that gets you 5 points. Who's got the purple one? I think I have, because I'm the only person with a purple card. So I get 7 points for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the green one is Emma, because you're the only person with a green card. So 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's that done. And then secret quests. So my secret quest was the prized crackerjack, to have at least 5 potential in my potential sphere at the end of the game, which I did. So that gets me 3 points. The bottom one was to have 3 proficiencies. Yeah, didn't do that. John, what was your secret quest?
I had the It's Party Time, so I needed 4 companions and one of the inns. You nicked the inn I was standing next to, so that one went out the window, and I didn't get 4 companions. So
you
nothing.
needed to control an inn at the end of the game, which you didn't.
Yep.
And have 4 or more companions.
Yep.
Which you didn't. Ah, okay.
Which I didn't. So nothing.
Emma, was yours vigorous, brawny bulk?
Yeah.
Yeah. So possess a strength proficiency at the end of the game, which you did, and win the strength mastery at the end of the game, which you did. So you get 8 extra points. And then finally, I defeated a monster, which gets me 1 honour for every 2 influence. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Congratulations, Emma. 72 points.
Thank you.
Stonking victory.
Yeah.
John 56, me 54. Very unusual game because of this card. I mean, we were nowhere near the other ones.
No.
And then suddenly this came out and we're like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that seems very, very odd.
Yeah, I was going to go after green next, and then no, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, if anybody's watching in the chat who knows the game, is this right? I mean, yeah, maybe because we were hoovering up the proficiencies, maybe they didn't think players would do that. Maybe they think that players would get the proficiencies later in the game rather than at the start. I'm not sure. But there you go.
It's a perfectly valid strategy. I mean, those proficiencies are worth a lot of points. There's 36 points on those, on the mastery tiles.
Absolutely. There you go.
It does make it interesting because obviously you don't know if with something like that, when it can end the game really quickly, it throws your strategy, doesn't it? You've got to kind of think about whether you're going to go for a long game or whether you're going to try and get points early, knowing that you could potentially end it quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen a game. I mean, I've only played this game 3 times before, but I've never seen a game end that quickly.
That's about an hour and 15 minutes of actual
time, I mean,
bit more.
If we were sat round a table, that would have been an hour. Not counting the rules explanation. It's not a particularly long game. Yesterday's stream was 3.5 hours, but it was 4 people.
Oh, wow.
None of us fully knew, I think, what we were doing from the start, and obviously playing remotely, we were using Discord for the broadcasting rather than Skype, and the quality of the Discord thing wasn't great. So we had a number of issues yesterday, but it should be a 90-minute game once you know what you're doing. And it just, I mean, I'll be covering this more detail in the review, but it flows nicely. This is a game that on paper I should not like, because it is just move around, get cubes, spend cubes to do something, and you know, on the surface it just appears to be that, but it's presented so nicely and it plays smoothly, and there's a lot of other bits about the game that I really like mechanically, the way that it does things. So
it's my type of game. I mean, the take that's limited, which is good.
It is, yeah.
I mean, yes, you get. If I play with certain people, I know there's going to be a lot of grabbing controlled squares going on.
Yeah, but it costs you to do that.
That's actually hard, and it's harder than it sounds, as I discovered there.
Yep.
You know, even with my little influence generator running around like that, I wasn't getting what I needed.
Yeah.
Which is why I switched to the proficiencies. I probably should have done it earlier.
And none of us vindicated ourselves because we just didn't. Nowhere near.
Close. Not even close.
We weren't able to do that. Emma, what did you think of your first game?
I really liked it.
Was it what you expected? I mean, you'd seen a bit of a playthrough before.
Yeah, so I mean, before a couple of days ago, I'd never even heard of it. So when I heard of it, I didn't know it doesn't sound like what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So when I watched that playthrough yesterday, I think pleasantly surprised, because this is more my kind of thing than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do really like it, and I like that it's simple enough to pick up, but actually the strategy is quite difficult.
Yeah.
Which I quite like, and I like that everyone is going to have a different secret quest, so everyone's going to be doing things slightly differently. You're not all just racing for the same things, which I quite like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could mirror pretty much what you said. It was one of those games that it was about, I don't know, 8-9 months ago. I heard a couple of people talking about it and hadn't come across it. Saw some pictures of it and went, yeah, that doesn't look like my kind of game. Because the expansion that I've got that comes with it, one of the expansions has these miniatures. And I saw pictures of these miniatures on the board and I thought, oh yeah, it's definitely not my kind of game. And then I thought, and then so many people were telling me, oh no, you should try it, it's really good. And then I tried it and I was like, I was pleasantly surprised.
A lot of people say the miniatures are pointless and you'll never use them.
What, pointless? The miniatures?
Miniatures. Yeah, they're just placekeepers. You just stick them on the board to mark tiles.
Yeah, but that's for an expansion that I haven't read the rules of yet.
Yeah, no, I've not read it yet. I've got it here to read.
It's the Myths and Wonders expansion.
But I don't think the miniatures actually do anything as such.
Okay.
You could use a token. No,
okay.
I mean, it's not a story-driven game, which is a lot of the blurb sounded like. This is a thinker. I really like this. I think it's
a Euro. It's a resource management.
Yeah, and
Euro game.
With my group, this is going to go up there with Waterdeep as a regular player, I think. With
That's
more
the thing.
people.
And I am going to cover this in more detail in the review, but it is a Euro game. It's a resource management, move around and get resources. However, you go to the fort and get 2 strength.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll go to the library and get 2 knowledge. All right, yeah. It's whilst some people might say that's not theme, they've just called it a library, but it fits. And what it does is it makes the game more accessible to, for example, your D&D players who don't normally play board games.
Yeah, and this is where it works with like Waterdeep, because I make people call them wizards and knights and rogues rather than orange cubes.
I'll send 3 purple cubes and a black cube on this quest. Yeah.
Yeah, and people really like it. I mean, no, I like this. This is good. I could play this again.
Yeah, definitely.
And I will be once it turns up. I've got the solo rules coming as well.
Yeah, and I will be speaking to Orange Nebula and saying, I believe there's a solo expansion. Because, I quite fancy this solo. I think you need the expansion to play it solo. I don't know. If
I managed to pick up a green tier for 90 quid yesterday.
Okay.
So, which is everything in it.
Was that somebody's that they didn't want?
Somebody's that they didn't want. I'm always I've got my eyes open for places that people don't want.
Yeah. Which
is why I said, if anybody's got a copy of Eclipse.
If anybody's got a spare copy of Eclipse 2nd edition, let us know, because John wants it. So Ohad says in the chat, it is, and it happens quite often that the game ends abruptly. You need to be prepared for it. Yep. Yeah, it's just that one. As I say, I've looked through some of the other ones.
There's more.
Yeah, I mean, there's one that says once all characters have vindicated themselves. Well, we were nowhere near to that. I think if we look through the end game triggers, I think you'll find that most of them were nowhere near. It's just that one came out in a game where we were all hoovering up the proficiencies, and that's what triggered it. But anyway, right. Thank you to you two for joining me. What have you got planned for the rest of the day, Emma?
I have actually got my mum and my sister coming over, and we're going to have a few games tonight.
Okay, cool. Is that after you've done your victory dance?
Yeah, so I'm going to do the victory dance first. And then I think we're going to carry on with Pandemic Legacy. We're still on season 1. We're on about May. So I think we're going to carry on with that.
Okay, well, yeah.
I know what's coming next month.
Yeah. Give me a shout once you've got past. Yeah, there's a few important turning points in Pandemic Legacy season 1. And I think you're about to get to one of them. So give me a shout after you've played it and let me know. So.
Okay, I'll look forward to that then.
Cool. John, what about you? Have you got anything planned for today?
No, I'm going to hover around on the Discord and see what people are doing.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Well, Vindication is on Tabletop Simulator, so if you really wanted to play again now and you had Tabletop Simulator, it is on there. It's quite a good mod. I haven't worked out
Tabletop Simulator properly yet. I need to do that.
But other than that, I will say goodbye to you two on Skype. Thank you very much for joining me.
Catch you later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And there we go. Yeah, thank you to everybody for joining me live today, and hello to everybody who has been watching this, not live, but afterwards. Hopefully, unlike yesterday's video, which disappeared off YouTube, hopefully this one will still be there for everybody to watch afterwards. I hope you found it useful, and this video and a lot of the other content that I've created is only made possible through the support of my Patreon campaign. So if you like the content that I make and you want to help support the channel, yeah, please consider supporting me over at patreon.com/gaming rules. And a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Some of them are in the chat right now. You're basically funding the channel and keeping it going. I will be back in just over 1 hour's time for something a little bit different. This is where I get a game off my shelf, I unbox it, I open it up for the first time, learn how to play the game, and then play it live on camera. And that's going to be Dragonfire, which is a Dungeons & Dragons cooperative card game. A friend of mine in America, John, has also bought the game. We're going to be learning together how to play it while talking to each other. Some people really like those kind of videos. I did one last year as an experiment and people said, yeah, we love these. These are great. So I'm going to be doing another one in an hour's time. That's starting, what time is it now? Yeah, 3 o'clock UK time. That'll be happening here on the channel. And then at 6 o'clock tonight, the final game that I'm doing this weekend, which is another game of Codenames Online. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Take care, everybody, and I will see you in the next stream. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.